Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel, The Budgeting Biologist. My name is Brittany. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping on this little video. And if you're an oldie but a goodie, thank you so much as always for coming back. Today, I'm going to be calculating my net worth for mid-year 2023. So if you're interested in that type of content, please consider giving this video a like, commenting, and of course, subscribing to the channel. Your girl would appreciate it. Now let's hop into the video. Okay guys, I hope everyone is doing well and staying safe. Yeah, I can't be the only one that is shook, confused, bamboozled that it is already over halfway through 2023. And if I'm being honest with you, if you would have asked me like, I don't know, January 1st this year, would I be at this place with a new house and all these other things going on, I would have looked at you like you had two heads. But either way, I'm going to be calculating my net worth for today. I like to do this usually at the beginning of the year and then the middle of the year to basically have a measure of how my net worth is changing. Because while I do love budgeting month to month, I think there's like a school of thought. What actually matters when it comes to your financial health is your net worth. Now, a couple of things that I won't be including. I decided not to include physical assets this time around. So that means my car, which, you know, my car, I'm not planning on getting rid of it anytime soon. I just got it a couple years ago. It's totally paid off. It's running just fine. So I'm going to be keeping my car like for the foreseeable future. And then of course, the house we just purchased. And that's because my partner did let me know that he's not comfortable with me sharing like how much our house is worth, how much equity we have, all that good stuff. So I will not be sharing anything about my car or my house in terms of my net worth. What I will be talking about is basically everything else. So I have the values already filled in. So let's go ahead and jump straight into it. So let me actually zoom in so everyone can see it a little bit more. Okay, cool. So, and I am filming in my kitchen, guys. It is just way too hot upstairs, and we do try to keep the air off for the majority of the day. And it is so much cooler in the kitchen, and especially the basement where my boyfriend is right now. So yeah, but anyways, so in my personal checking account, I have $464.72. This is essentially my buffer. It used to be around $1,000, but if you guys have watched any of my recent videos, you guys know my buffer has been taking a lot of hits. I've been spending way more out of my buffer than I have expected. So my goal for the rest of the year is to get this back up to about $1,000 and then keep it there. Next is my portion of the money in our joint account is $685.47. This is the account that we basically pay all of our bills out of, mortgage, that good stuff. And then I have my coin jar, and this is definitely not the right amount for my coin jar. I don't even know where that came from. It is $20.70. I wish I had $1,000 in coins. $20.67 I have in my coin jar. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add up how much we have in our checking and various cash. So in total, in our checking accounts and the cash and coins that we have, I have a total of $1,170.86. All right, moving on to our savings and sinking funds. So my savings account, I just have like one personal savings account. This basically includes my 3 to 6 month expenses and my emergency fund, just general savings all in one. I do have a high yield Capital One savings account. And currently in that account, at least when I checked on July 1st, I had $27,590.06. And then in a separate saving account is where I have all of my sinking funds basically, which are kind of like short-term savings account that are for very specific purposes. Like I have a car one, I have a medical one, I have a what else? Christmas one, right? So in total for those sinking funds, I have $1,477.84. So again, let's go ahead and add that up. So in total For my various savings and sinking funds, we have $29,067.90 in savings and sinking funds. Okay, last for our assets, I should have said it in the beginning, but these are all basically assets. I have my various investings. So the first one is my 401k. Again, when I last checked it on the first, I had $9,724.25. In my traditional IRA, I have $14,366.67. I am thinking about rolling this into my 401k. I'm not quite sure if I should do that yet or if I should just leave it where it is. Let me know what you guys think about rolling over into like your main retirement account. I would love to hear your thoughts. In my Roth IRA, which I am maxing out this year, I have $11,652.46. In my Robinhood account, which is where I do my like just general buying stocks and ETFs and even a little bit of crypto, I have $2,519.28. I also have an iBond, which is directly sold by the U.S. Treasury for $10,592. If you want to know more about iBonds, literally just search them on YouTube. That's how I learned about it. They're basically inflation protected bonds. And the reason why I got one is that I knew we were going to be buying a house at some point in the near future. Of course, we wanted to buy one this past March, but I put a portion of the money that I had saved for my house in the iBond so it could collect a lot of interest. Life happened. We bought the house before I could actually withdraw the money. So at this point, I'm just going to leave it in there for the near future. In my Coinbase account, which is from many years ago, I just never touched the money. I just basically left it in there. I have $29.65 in there. And then lastly, I have a pension at one of my previous jobs. I actually don't know how much money is in that pension exactly, but my guess is around about $3,000 in total is in that pension. So let's go ahead and add up our investments and see where we're at. So in total for our investments, we have $51,956.31 as of July 2nd. So the next thing I want to do is add up everything I have in assets. Again, this is not including any physical assets, and I'm going to put that total here. So in total for our assets, we have $82,195.07 for our assets. Okay, now moving on to our liabilities, and liabilities basically means debt. And again, I'm not including my mortgage, which I've already explained. So the only debts that I have are credit card debt, and then I have a couple of outstanding loans and bills. So I have 3 credit cards, one which is my Chase card, which right now has a balance of $1,090.56. I pretty much do all of my purchases on this card. I get really good cash back on it, and I basically pay it off in full every month. So that is why the balance is so high, and of course I still get paid off in full. My Capital One card is basically my bills card. So all of my bills that I can't put on a credit card, because Capital One, at least the credit card I have, gives you a discount if you do your bill pay through them. So yeah, so my cell phone bill, my Apple, car insurance, always get put on my Capital One card, and right now it has a $0 balance. And then last, my final credit card is from First Financial Bank. This is a credit card I got while I was in college. It was actually my very first credit card, also making it my oldest account. I don't use it for anything. Occasionally I'll swipe it for something at a vending machine just to keep the account active, but I pretty much only keep it because it is my oldest account. So that means in total for my credit cards, I have $1,090.56 total for credit cards. Now moving on to our loans and outstanding bills. I only have one student loan. So let me tell you guys essentially what happened with this. So right in March 2020, of course, when the pandemic was first, getting going, I heard on the news that there was the moratorium on interest, and I only had one student loan left. I was very lucky that when I went to college, I went on a full academic scholarship. So I only had to get student loans to pay for like the student fee all 4 years. And that's what the student loan essentially was for. So it was for $2,000 something, I can't remember. So I went ahead and paid that off right in March 2020, right? Fast forward a couple years, we all heard about the student loan forgiveness. My loan company actually took our loans. Anyone that was eligible, basically, they took our loans, and basically reopened the account automatically. Like I didn't even have to do anything, so that they would be eligible for forgiveness. And then, of course, now with the recent Supreme Court ruling, we know that forgiveness is not happening at least how it was originally planned out to. So I have to repay this. That's okay though. So I'm very blessed. I'm not complaining at all. Of course, it would be nice if this got forgiven, but I'm very blessed to be in the situation where I can pay this off and it not be that big of a deal. So this is gonna be something I'm gonna pay at some point in July. If you watched any of my recent videos, then you know I've recently broken my foot, which is doing way better, by the way. I've been walking on it more frequently without my walking boot, and it's just feeling so much better. So that urgent care visit was $148. And then my actual walking boot that they gave me at urgent care was $333 without my insurance, and then it came down to $214 with it. I was so hurt when I actually looked up basically the identical walking boot on Amazon and saw basically the exact same thing for $90, but I need to keep in mind that I got it in like an emergency situation. I didn't have to wait. I got it brought out to me the correct size, perfectly calibrated for me automatically. So I'm trying to keep all that in mind and not complaining that it was only $90 on Amazon. But yeah, so I'm gonna be paying off all these bills, probably my urgent care bill first because that's the one due on July 4th, then my walking boot, and then my student loan throughout July. So let's add up how much I have in loans and outstanding bills. So in my loans and outstanding bills, I have a total of $2,593.75 for my total loans and outstanding bills. Again, all of these are gonna get paid off in July. So now all we need to do is add up our what we have for our liabilities. And that comes to a total of $3,684.31. Now to calculate the actual net worth is pretty simple from here. All you have to do is take your assets and then subtract your liabilities. So we have $82,195.07 minus $3,684.31, giving us a total net worth of $78,510.76. Now, when I compare this to what I started off with at the beginning of the year, which was I think closer to around 90K, obviously buying the house, took a huge hit on the net worth. Of course, the closing costs, the down payment, buying a brand new HVAC, breaking my foot, all these things that have happened this year. And I'm hoping that with, really buckling down on spending for the rest of the year, and the fact that I'm gonna go back to teaching part-time this fall, I will be able to basically have a net zero gain or loss of my net worth by the end of the year. So basically starting off with the same net worth and ending in 2023, I would be perfectly happy with that. Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. If you enjoyed, please consider giving it a like, commenting, and subscribing. I hope everyone is doing well, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.